Hi, I'm Kayla Perez.
And I'm Ashley Morgado.
Welcome to United ITV Student News, a program that will show you what's happening at United ISD.
You'll see events and activities that take place in our district.
On today's show, a United Longhorn football player is honored before succumbing to a deadly disease.
And some middle school students were honored by a Mexican diplomat. We'll explain.
Those stories and more are coming up
on this exciting edition of United ITV Student News.
United ISD's Parenting Partners program is going strong across the district.
The program is a 6-week course that helps parents by teaching them to create a better environment at home for children. At United South Middle School, parents gathered in the school's gym for a graduation ceremony. They received certificates of completion along with their children, who stood proudly with their parents. United ISD Executive Director of Federal and State Programs, Rebecca Cos Morales, who oversees the program, was there to congratulate parents on becoming more engaged in their children's education. United South Middle School Principal Carlos Valdez told us how the program benefits the school's community.
The goal of this program is to get us to worry about the whole entire school community. It is to make parents aware of what goes on in the classroom and in the school setting. Our goal is to have these parents be ambassadors and go out and tell other parents and encourage them to visit our schools, not just when something goes wrong, but also when the good things happen. And if they get involved is one thing, but to actually be engaged, to come in and what is it they can volunteer with, how can we increase their presence in the school community. And the way the more students see the different parents on campus, the better they feel. The more teachers see the different parents on campus, the better they feel, and we start to create that one strong community.
Parents at Clark Elementary embarked on their 6th Parenting Partners session in the school's library. They worked on art projects much like the ones students do in class. A very special guest joined them for their last session before graduating from the program. Mayor Pete Sines was on hand to congratulate the parents and encourage them to be engaged in their children's education. Clark Elementary Principal Gabriela Perez told us what she likes about Parenting Partners.
I just appreciate the fact that we are giving our parents the tools and having them the opportunity to see how they can be more impactful and be more effective in making sure that their children are successful.
Baskin Elementary held their Parenting Partners graduation in the school's gym. It was a special occasion for the students and the parents because of the benefits and opportunities it presents to enhance student success, and it increases parental engagement. A total of 26 parents graduated from the Parenting Partners program at Faskin Elementary. Faskin Elementary counselor Lara Canales was most appreciative of the parents' effort to be part of the program.
That we are very proud of our parents for the commitment, that we know that they are very, very busy and they still had the opportunity to come. They found time, they made time to come and attend these 6 sessions that were 2 hours long. So it was not a quick session. And they were here, they were very willing to learn, and we're very proud of them.
One of the parents who took part in the program told us how this program has helped her as a mother.
It has helped me tremendously, especially more than anything is to listen to our children with our hearts. Sometimes we stress out or we are too busy and we don't really take the time to listen to them. And it's important for that. I also learned to be more patient. It's something that I always work towards, and this program has helped me to slow down and really listen to my children and be there for them.
If you are the parent of a United ISD student and would like to participate in the Parenting Partners program, contact your children's school or the district's Federal and State Programs Department at 956-473-6259.
One of United High School's Longhorn football players was honored before succumbing to a deadly disease. Jalen Garcia was undergoing treatment for bone cancer at the MD Anderson Cancer Center in Houston. He was diagnosed with bone cancer when he was in the 7th grade. Despite his illness, Jalen joined the United Longhorns football team. Because of the strength and courage he displayed as an athlete fighting cancer, Coach David Sanchez allowed him to stay on the team even after he could no longer play. To honor Jalen and to forever hold his place among the mighty United Longhorns, a special ceremony was held during the Longhorns game against the Alexander Bulldogs to officially retire Jalen's jersey, number 42. Coach Sanchez and the team visited Jalen in Houston to present him and his family with his jersey. The number 42 will be forever reserved only for Jalen on the United Longhorns football team. Jalen somehow managed to keep up with his advanced placement courses despite his illness, and he was on track to graduate early. Jalen was also awarded an honorary high school diploma. Additionally, he was visited in the hospital by Houston Astros shortstop Carlos Correa, who said he found Jalen's story inspiring and motivational. Jalen passed away on November 14, 2019. He was 17 years old. His determination to succeed as a student and athlete while fighting a horrible disease will always be a shining example for all Laredoans.
Students at Alexander High School had a first-hand look at the justice system. Texas 341st District Judge Becky Palomo held court in the school's gym. Defendants spoke to the students about how they got in trouble before Judge Palomo sentenced them for their crimes. This was a rare opportunity for students to see the consequences of making poor decisions in life.
Students from LBJ High School had an opportunity to learn about Webb County's government by shadowing Judge Tano Tijerina for one day. The students were given a tour of the county's offices and attended a ribbon-cutting ceremony with the county judge. It was a very educational experience for the students.
United ISD middle school students were honored by a Mexican diplomat. Here's Jose Sanchez with the story.
2 United ISD middle school students were selected for a very rare honor. Emily Fonseca of Troutman Middle School and Juan Mendiola of United Middle School were selected by the Consul General of Mexico to be consuls for a day at the Mexican consulate here in Laredo. Students wrote essays about what they would do if they were consuls to be considered for this tremendous opportunity to learn about being a diplomat from a foreign country. The children met Mexican Consul General Juan Carlos Mendoza Sanchez. He took them on a tour of the facility. They learned about each position in the consulate and how they function to further diplomatic relations between Mexico and the United States. They also got to spend time with the Consul General and talk about issues facing our 2 countries and how they can be resolved to benefit both nations. It was a grand opportunity for the students to learn about how diplomats take on the challenges and responsibilities of nurturing their country's relationships with other nations to serve the greater good. This opportunity was part of the celebration of the 140th anniversary of the Mexican consulate in Laredo. Representatives from the city of Laredo, Texas, and Nuevo Laredo, Tamaulipas, Mexico, were on hand for this grand occasion. We spoke with both children about how they felt about receiving this honor and learning about the work of the Consul General of Mexico.
It's very important because they try to represent the culture of Mexico, and they help people like move to other countries and stuff like that.
I think it's important because it keeps order, like one of the consuls had explained earlier, from people who try to do illegal things from getting into this country and creating chaos. So they keep order within the United States and Mexico. So they just keep that along and they just have order within, so we won't have any chaos when it comes to anything such as drugs or illegal fights or anything like that.
Consul General Juan Carlos Mendoza Sanchez told us why he wanted to give children the opportunity to learn about his work and that of the consulate.
Because we have 2 sister cities, and we have a lot of cooperation between Mexico and United States. There is an interdependence between Mexico and United States, but there is more interdependence between Laredo and Nuevo Laredo. There is a cooperation. There is flourishing the cooperation between these 2 sister cities, and it's important for the children to realize how important is the cooperation with Mexico, with Laredo and Nuevo Laredo, and that is the reason that we invite them to be aware of what are we doing this in this consulate, and what are the priorities in the bilateral relation between Mexico and the United States.
It is important to understand how different nations cooperate with one another to create a better world for all people. By looking beyond our classrooms, cities, and borders, we can seek out and discover our own place in helping our own nation flourish while sharing success with our global neighbors. For United ITV News, I'm Jose Sanchez.
Teachers and administrators at United Middle School are going great heights to motivate students to read. Students were challenged to read every day as part of the Read on the Roof challenge. The goal was for each student to read a total of 900 minutes by reading 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week for 6 weeks. To prove they had been reading, they turned in weekly book reports. Each student that participated was entered into a drawing to win one of 50 copies of the book Diary of a Wimpy Kid that would be read by a teacher or administrator on top of the school's roof. 617 students participated in the challenge. United Middle School librarian Celica Salinas told us what she hoped this would accomplish for her students.
Most importantly, we're trying to build stamina. I know that technology plays a big part in their lives, so we're trying to get them to turn off their TV, turn off their gaming station, turn off the phone, and get into the reading zone. And that's what I call it, reading/studying zone, so that they're able to go to their house, find their space. I tell them find their space and sit and read. And then once you've done your 30 minutes minimum, then get some studying in. So really building discipline so that at the end it's a win-win. They build stamina, they build comprehension. Their STAR score should improve. And of course, the love of reading.
It was a fun and interesting challenge that greatly benefited the students by helping them improve their daily habits.
United ISD is getting students involved in their daily nutrition. The district's Child Nutrition Department held a food show at La Posada Hotel. Students had the opportunity to taste and sample several different options for next year's child nutrition menu. Each student picked which items they liked most to be added to next year's school's menu. Over 50 food vendors laid out samples of their offerings, while over 350 United ISD students taste the products for their own approval. United ISD Child Nutrition Program Operations Manager Ariana Valdez explained.
Today we are actually having the food show for the students of the district so that they can pick the foods that we're going to put on the menu for next year, all while still meeting all the nutritional guidelines that the Texas Department of Agriculture requires of us. Today we have over 50 food vendors, and we're going to have over 350 students come by today from elementary, middle, and high school to sample all the different food products that we have.
The children were excited to have a say in what they will have for breakfast, lunch, and snacks at school.
I love watching their faces when they try new foods. They get really excited. Like right now I was talking to the nurse and she's like, the kids were so happy, like trying different food products and then writing down what they liked, because they know that these choices that they're making, these votes that they're doing, is what's going to shape the menu for next year.
The Child's Nutrition Department provides warm, healthy, and nutritious meals to over 43,000 students currently enrolled at United ISD.
UISD partners with Doctors Hospital to help improve employees' health.
And school officials jump into a freezing pool for Special Olympics. We'll explain.
Don't change that channel.
You're watching United ITV Student News.
Beginning April 1st, the U.S. Census Bureau is asking every person living in the United States to participate in the 2020 census. Your response will help our community get its fair share of federal funds for schools, healthcare, roads, public works, and other vital programs. You can respond to the census by internet, phone, or mail. Your information will be kept confidential. Participate in the 2020 census because United we count.
Recent statistics show e-cigarette use by high school students has increased by 78%, and the increase in middle school has gone up by 48%.
Some brands of e-cigarettes contain as much nicotine as a pack of cigarettes, making them highly addictive.
It's not only a health risk, but the use of e-cigarettes is strictly prohibited on school property or during school-sponsored activities.
Don't risk your health
or your academic future.
Don't vape.
At United ISD, you can graduate from high school with your diploma and an associate's degree.
We're not only this year's valedictorian and salutatorian from LBJ High School, but we're college graduates thanks to UISD's partnership with Laredo College.
We're proud to be part of United Early College's first graduating class.
Earning our diploma and an associate's degree has saved us thousands of dollars and given us a head start to fulfilling our dreams. We are united.
You belong.
What about this one?
You evolve. You achieve.
United ISD partnered with Doctors Hospital of Laredo to help employees check their health.
A mobile clinic from the hospital visited several district facilities to provide free diabetes screenings. The screenings were free of charge for United ISD employees. Diabetes affects millions of people and can be deadly if left untreated. It's important to have regular medical checkups and screenings, as Nurse Navigator Andrea Gonzalez explains.
Diabetes really affects many organ systems if left uncontrolled and untreated. And so that is why we want to bring awareness not only to UISD but to our entire community, so that individuals can understand the importance of diabetes, of leaving it untreated, of taking care of it, of how it can lead to other complications with your heart, with your kidneys, with your circulation, with your vision. It really affects every organ system.
This is the second year United ISD partners with Doctors Hospital of Laredo for diabetes screenings.
It's never too early to start thinking about a future career. So Malakoff Elementary held a special career day events for students. Representatives from several different career fields were there to teach children about all the future job possibilities available to them. Students enjoyed presentations in their classrooms from the different representatives of various career fields.
For over 30 years, the Laredo Sector Border Patrol, in collaboration with community partners, has recognized Laredo's top high school seniors. Each month, United ISD has been honored to have its top students recognized at Youth of the Month ceremonies. The ceremony for November was held at TAMIU. The United ISD students recognized were December ceremony was held at San Agustin High School. The following United ISD high school seniors were honored. January's Youth of the Month ceremony was once again held at TAMIU. The following students received awards. Laredo Sector Border Patrol is proud to celebrate the achievements of our top high school seniors every month. Congratulations to all this year's winners so far.
United ISD tradition of excellence stands out in our local community at all grade levels. That's why 10 students from United ISD middle schools received recognition as Outstanding 8th Graders of the Month for November. These students represent the best of the best among their peers and are an example of high standards that United ISD sets for all of its students. Teachers nominate each student for their achievements, extracurricular activities, community involvement, and for being exemplary pupils. The Laredo Police Department and KGNS Television are the main sponsors for this event. The Outstanding 8th Graders of the Month for November are December's outstanding 8th graders were and the 8th grade honoraries from January were At United ISD, we are united in excellence. Congratulations, 8th graders.
United ISD schools and departments are united against breast cancer. That's why George Washington Middle School took part in the Pink to Do Breast Cancer Walk held at Casablanca Golf Course. The school's Texas Association of Future Educators group launched a fundraiser selling t-shirts for breast cancer awareness. They won a trophy for bringing the largest group of supporters to the event. The event was successful in raising awareness for breast cancer, and Washington Middle School was honored to do their part. United ISD's athletic director Bobby Cruz also made a stand against breast cancer by taking part in the Real Men Wear Pink campaign. This campaign gives men in leadership positions an opportunity to raise funds for the American Cancer Society. Mr. Cruz was honored with the top fundraiser award for raising almost $7,000. We met with him and he told us all about it.
During the month of October, it's breast cancer awareness. And so this year is the third year that the American Cancer Society does this. There was 9 men that were asked to participate this year from across the city and our community. And I was representing UISD in our department. Cancer touches pretty much everyone, and not only breast cancer, but cancer in general. I did this for my aunt. You know, she was diagnosed with breast cancer years ago, and today she's 15 years cancer-free. And so I did this for her, and also for cancer in general, for the American Cancer Society.
United ISD is proud of everyone in the district who took part in raising money and awareness to fight breast cancer.
Law enforcement officers from all over Webb County took part in the 7th annual Partners for Scholars Defend the Badge flag football tournament. State, local, and federal law enforcement agencies and the Laredo Fire Department took part in this fundraiser. The purpose was to raise money for scholarships to benefit United ISD high school students. 13 different teams were formed by local law enforcement to help students secure their futures with money for college. United ISD Police Department K-9 handler Ben Bondock was one of the organizers.
This is our 7th year doing it. We've raised so far a total of $15,000 past 6 years. And it's just a day of networking with other law enforcement agencies. And it's just a fun day, you know. Went out here raising money for a good cause for our UISD kids.
The event always draws a lot of participants from our first responder community, who are always happy to lend a helping hand.
United ISD celebrated the coming of this year's Special Olympics at the Polar Plunge fundraiser. Representatives from all the district schools and departments gathered at the City of Laredo Inner City Pool to take the plunge for the Special Olympics. School principals and administrators challenged students to raise money, and in return, they would jump into a pool filled with cold water. The scene was happy and festive as everyone celebrated their successful fundraisers with excitement for the coming games. Special Education Coordinator Matias Hidrogo from United ISD's Curriculum and Instruction Department told us all about it.
Today we are very excited as we are going to partake in the 2019 Polar Plunge event to service and help our students with disabilities, especially those with intellectual disabilities. And we're excited to dip in the pool to make sure that we fundraise money to service our spring games so they can have every opportunity possible to make their dreams a reality to compete. Today we're so excited because one of the biggest things that we're going to do is they're going to line up, we're going to present themselves, in their attire, in their costumes, to make sure that we inspire our kids, and they're going to go in and take a dip inside the pool to make sure that they swim across to fundraise money for the Special Olympics Spring Games.
The Special Olympics will be held this spring. We'll keep you posted. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
And don't forget to watch all of the latest UISD videos on our YouTube channel.
You've been watching United ITV Student News.
We hope you enjoy the show.
I'm Kayla Perez.
And I'm Ashley Morgado.
Thank you for watching.